Hi, this is Christy. Today we're going to talk about multiplying decimals. We're going to learn how to multiply numbers containing decimals. If you follow a few simple steps, it won't be very hard. Step 1. Ignore the decimal points and multiply as usual. Step 2. Count how many digits are on the right side of the decimal points in the numbers you started with. And step 3. Place the decimal point in your answer so there are the same number of digits to the right of the decimal. Let's do an example together so it makes sense. 2.8 times 7. Step 1. Ignore the decimal points and multiply as usual. 2.8 times 7. Eight times 7 is 56. 2 times 7 is 14, plus the 5 is 19. Step number 2. Count how many digits are on the right side of the decimal points in the number you started with. Well, here is the original decimal. Look to the right, and how many numbers do you see past the decimal? Just one, the number 8. So there's one digit to the right of the decimal. There was not a decimal in this problem. Step number 3. Place the decimal point in your answer so there are the same number of digits to the right of the decimal. My answer was 196. I need to show one digit past a decimal. If I put my decimal there, I have one digit to the right, which is the number 6. So my answer then is 19.6. And if you look back at the problem, 2.8 is almost 3. 3 times 7 is 21. So 19.6 is just a little bit less than 21, and I think that answer is reasonable. Let's do another example together. .24 times 5.2. This one is a little bit tougher. Step number 1. Ignore the decimal points and multiply as usual. 3.24 times 5.2. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. And 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to use a different color for the next line. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Add the 2 makes 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 5 is 15. Add the 1 is 16. Eight plus nothing is 8. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. And then you carry down your 6 and your 1. That is step 1. Step 2. Count how many digits are on the right side of the decimal points in the numbers that you started with. This time there's more than one digit to the right of the decimal. You see there's a decimal there and a decimal here. To the right I have 1, 2, 3. 3 digits. Step 3. Place the decimal point in your answer so there are the same number of digits to the right of the decimal. The number was 16,848. I need to show 3 digits to the right of the decimal. So I'll put my decimal here and I have 1, 2, 3. That is correct. My answer then is 16.848. And looking back at my number, I have slightly more than 3 and slightly more than 5. What's 3 times 5? 15. My answer is 16.848, and that is slightly more than 15. I think that's a reasonable answer. Please return to your module.